Hey, thanks for joining us. If you guys are interested in getting a pet, you think about getting your kid a pet, maybe a sibling or a family member a pet or a friend a pet, I want to tell you something. You might want to read a book, especially if you're going to get a pet as a bunny. You might want to read a book called What If Bunny Poo Was Square? We have with us a very special guest that I'm putting online right now, Jonica Van Rixort. Did I pronounce that right?
You're dead. Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, Jonica is the daughter of the author who wrote this book, Terry Baker. And this book has been out for a while, but what a great book. Jonica, first of all, tell us a little bit about the book and your mom that wrote it.
Let me just jump in like a bunny. I am the co-author of the book.
Oh, okay.
My mom at the pinnacle of doing this book, we had the artist on board, and she got cancer, stage 4 cancer. So I kind of had to jump in and be the co-author and help finish the book. So and I loved it. It was a real huge experience for me. But what inspired my mom to do this book was the fact that we knew a friend called Bonnie, and she saved bunny rabbits. And she made us laugh with every single story she told us. From the time that they all got into her house and she was cleaning up and she saw something on the floors that she thought was a pea. And in fact, it was a poo.
Oh, no.
and that's even in the book. So
Funny.
she would tell us stories about this all the time. And she said to my mom, if you ever write a book, because you're so great at doing poetry, this would be hilarious. And that's what inspired us to do this book.
So your mom's writings, about when did that start? I mean, she's obviously been starting. Didn't you say if I recall in conversations, you mentioned that she started when she was like 9? Is that right? She started writing books or stories?
She's a wartime child. Okay, so the WW2 was her thing.
Mm-hmm.
She was back then, and she wanted to escape all the horrible things that were happening around her. So she found that when she daydreamed, she saw wonderful things in the clouds and the trees and everything around her. That's how she escaped, and it became her thing. So she started writing about fairies and gnomes and brownies and all those kind of mystical and magical creatures when she was 9 years of age.
Wow, she would have been great for a Disney writer because it sounds like she had that kind of creative mind.
You know what happens to people who are all about doing that she did it for her own self. She didn't think about anything grandeur. I want to say my mom never wanted to be famous. Even when I used to laugh about this with her, like, this book could make you famous, she would say, I don't want to be famous. I just want people to laugh and enjoy my books and my stories.
Let's talk about the story itself. It's got a great moral at the end of the book. A lot of entertainment value, a lot of humor. The story in itself is amusing. So talk about the story itself. Just kind of tease us a little bit. We don't want to give the whole book away because we want people to get it and read it, but just kind of give us an overview of the story.
Something about my mom, when we grew up, because, obviously she was my mom, and she was all about morals. So we grew up with morals. They were like into our heads. The moral of the story is don't bite off more than you can chew. And, you can put this into a category of just about our children's book. It's overall. When the parents read it, they should get a message from it too. People get overwhelmed. Parents get overwhelmed. Jobs overwhelm us. Children's schoolwork overwhelms them. So many things overwhelm us. And that's, in a nutshell, that's what the moral is. It's for everybody.
And this story is about a little girl who gets a bunny and things get out of hand.
You know what? Every child wants a pet. And she pushed her parents to give her, she had one bunny and she asked for another. And the parents said, no way. That happens to every single child. I'm one of those children. I asked, I never got what I wanted. I had to wait till I got it to be an adult. But yes, children don't realize the responsibility of a pet, what it does. And that's why we mention the word poo. It's to give that over elaborate, it's everywhere. Oh no, oh no. The children will like listen to that, especially because they love the word poo. What little kid doesn't like to say that word?
What's really fun and entertaining about this book are the illustrations. Very colorful, very fun, very cartoony to read. Talk about that.
Isabella is the most amazing artist out there. She met my mom, a gazillion years ago. And when they met up, they hit it off. And it was amazing to see them. She came over. I met her online back in the day of MSN and Google and finding people. I was looking for someone, found Isabella, and she came and met my mom. And my mom was showing her all the fairy stories. Isabella saw some paperwork lying on the table and saw the word poo and immediately started laughing and said, I want this one. I want this one. This is hilarious. And we hadn't even written it. It was just chicken scratching. And she was like, I want this one. And we were like, well, we've got all these. And she was like, no, I want that one. And that was the one that she, took and ran with.
Wow. Now you've had a lot of social media posts when the book first came out, was first published, and you kept everybody up to date on when the book was going to be released. Something came about in that window. You actually have a patch puppet. You want to talk about how that came about?
You know what? Social media is amazing. You can use it for whatever you want, but I've always used it for what it's meant for. And that is to socialize with people and to reach places that you couldn't normally unless you flew there. Okay. And for me, I found somebody online. We're looking at him right now. Well, I'm looking at him right now. Gary Owen. And I fell madly in love with his talent. And he was someone that was a coach for someone that was on TV that I also fell in love with. And I saw her on TV and I was like, wow, she's so talented. And that just like snowballed for me. And we got talking, Gary, Owen, and I got talking, and we just really hit it off. I'm talking about you. And we got talking to each other about the puppet, and you helped me immensely. And this is Patch over here. Can we see
him in the background? Yeah, that's great.
Yep. You're watching us. He's watching me, watching you.
I'm watching.
And we talked to Marianne Taylor, who has done some amazing work for people who are very renowned. And you've got work done by her, and right. Darcy has. So for me, that was the place to go. I went straight to her. I talked to her. I sent her all the pictures from the book, and she was amazing.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing. Yeah.
All right. So what if Bunny Poo Square is the perfect gift for just about any occasion, whether it's Easter, Christmas, birthdays, or any special occasion? I think it was originally created for children, but I tell you, everybody that I've had read the book and adults has just really had a great time with it. It's a lot of great humor in it. It's a great story for any age. So where is the book available?
The book is available on Amazon. You can go to our website, Terry Tales Productions, and you can just go to our Terry Tales shop. Go on there, click on to the Terry Tales shop, and go down to Amazon. It has the ability to take you to ebook, and it can take you to the paper book. I want to just say that with the ebook, if you are an Amazon member, the Unlimited, you get the book for free.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to just talk about the free part of it. I do a lot of telling people on when I'm on there and I'm talking to people about getting the book. You can get the school curriculum for free.
Wow, really?
You can get activities for free. I don't know if we want to talk about the COVID situation right now, but what I do want to say is there's a lot of people who are homeschooling.
Right.
And I can't think of a better time when you're actually looking to find something to do with your kids. And we are from from kindergarten to grade 2. You can go to grade 4 with it. We do have a homeschool curriculum. You just have to download it. Comes with music. And, I think it's a fabulous opportunity. It has activities, paint painting rocks, leaving messages, positive messages for children out in their, the neighborhood. They could, right in my neighborhood right now, people are leaving signs in their windows. So when people are walking by, they can see there's a heart.
Wow.
There's an Easter picture that's in the window, and people are coming back to their. I live in Sunnyside, and in Sunnyside's Facebook posts, it says, "I saw a unicorn, I saw a bunny, I saw this," and it's kind of like we're interacting in a whole different way in the world.
That's great.
We are, and so the activities that are on our website give that opportunity for people to do the rocks or anything they want to do. If you're going online, go to Teacher's Corner, and you'll see everything there, how to download the free curriculum. And we have somebody who's actually reading the story, so you don't even have to go on Amazon.
Listen, this has been a great interview. I think we've helped viewers learn more about this book and learn more about the background of the book. And I encourage everyone, I'm serious about this. I mean, whether you're an adult, or you have a child in your family, you know friends that could use this book to have fun with. I think it's a super, super book. It's great to read, fun.
Can I interrupt? So what's funny about this is my nephew was reading it to my great niece, and I said to him, that's not appropriate. Why do you keep, there's enough poo in the story. You don't have to keep mentioning poo. And then I actually posted it on the Terry Tales production on one of the posts. And it is quite funny because she, at the time when he was reading to her, was only 3 years old. And he ended up telling her that it looks like he's teaching her about pooing, like pooping, right? I know, but what's funny about it is he's going like, you don't poo on the floor, you don't poo here. And it was really, really funny. So I think it could help teach children about not pooing everywhere.
Lots of good perspectives there.
A lot of good perspectives. Do you want me just to go and get Patch? Did you want to get a close-up of Patch?
Sure. Go. Yeah. You want to go over there and grab him? Yeah, that might be fun. Yeah.
Sure.
Jonica has periodically used this puppet in storytelling herself in children's libraries and things like that. One of the things that we had talked about early on was possibly getting her into ventriloquism, which she's not sure she wants to do that, but it's still a great character, right?
What is he talking about?
Well, look at that. Look at that.
What is he talking about?
That's good. That's good. Hey, surprise. That's great.
No, surprise to you, Gary. Surprise to you.
Surprise to me. All right.
Anyway,
so your website is Terry Tales Productions.
www.terry, T-E-R-I, Tales, T-A-L-E-S, at productions.com.
Very good. You take care of that rabbit. It looks
Gary,
like you need some carrots there, Patch.
I have so many. It's not funny. Oh, right in the face. Come off it.
And just remember, don't bite off more than you can chew.
We both laughed at that one. Thank you, Gary. Really
Take care.
appreciate it. Thank you. Happy Easter.